Hello and welcome to Spreadsheet 2, that's Information Processing 2080. We are looking specifically at topic 3.8, how to protect formulas using lock and unlock. And this will be the last topic for section 3. So let's say we have our VLOOKUP working here. Often when we have a collaborative spreadsheet, then formulas become vulnerable. Other people can mess it up. Sometimes because they think they know what they're doing and are trying to make it better, and sometimes because they just have no clue and are looking at one window while typing, only their typing is happening somewhere else. There's a lot of ways it can be messed up. What you want to do is protect that data. So under your data menu, you protect sheets and ranges. Now, a protected range or a protected sheet can only be edited by that person. So a description is optional. We can call it VLOOKUP formula. And by default, it's a range, and that is the cell we have highlighted. We could do the entire sheet and say, this is the only cell you can change. So if you want people to, say, enter their own data. So for example, let's say you're making a series of spreadsheets to automatically generate the report cards for a particular school. Then you might want to give people access to gradebook spreadsheets where the only cells they can edit are the ones where they're actually entering the grades themselves, and everything else is locked down. That's when you'd want to lock down the entire sheet except certain cells. Here we just want to set the range. We could set permissions. Showing a warning lets anyone edit it, but a little message will pop up saying, are you sure you want to do this? For some mission critical things, you want to have that a little more restricted. So you could say, only you can edit this range. You can copy permissions from another range if we have it set up, or you could do custom. So if you've got 6 collaborators and you trust 2 of them, you can give those 2 access and lock out the other 4. Often we want only you. So now if I were to share this with somebody else, they would be incapable of editing this formula. They could still edit the key. So they could still say, look for Tony. Look for Janet. Look for Henry. They still have the flexibility to change this key because that has not been locked. But they cannot change this one. Notice that you cannot, in Google Sheets, lock yourself out. If I type oops, I could still break it because I have permission and I can't give myself or remove permission for myself to change that cell. In Excel and other spreadsheet apps, you can. And you can even password protect it so that you have to make a conscious choice and put in that extra step so people stop and say, do I really want to do this? So with Google Sheets, you still have to make sure you don't personally mess it up. If you're working on something very important, sometimes it's useful to have 2 accounts, an administrative account that is used to create things, and then a user account that you use to edit it, so you don't accidentally break anything major while you are updating your data yourself.